If I told you one normal decision could quietly cost you $1 to $3 million over your lifetime, you'd want to know which option wins. Most people don't go broke from one mistake, but from a reasonable choice, repeated for decades. Buying, financing, leasing, renting, they all look affordable because the system only shows the monthly payment. In buy, finance, lease, or rent, the cost breakdown nobody shows you. We uncover the real math hiding underneath, the monthly payment illusion. There's one question that has shaped more financial lives than almost anything else. Can I afford the monthly payment? Not. What's the total cost? What's the opportunity cost? What's the liquidity cost? What's the flexibility cost? Just, can I afford it per month? And that single question is the reason so many people look successful, but feel financially stuck. Because when you slice a $450,000 condo into $2,700 per month, or a $42,000 SUV into $699 per month, it doesn't feel like a massive decision. It feels manageable. But here's what nobody explains. Monthly payments hide time, and time is where the real cost explodes. And to show you exactly how this plays out, let me introduce you to someone most of you will recognize. Meet Sarah. Sarah is 30 years old. She earns $85,000 per year. She's not reckless. She's not irresponsible. She's not trying to flex. She just wants to make the smart move. She's deciding between buying a $450,000 condo, renting a similar place for $2,200 per month, financing a $42,000 SUV, leasing that SUV, or buying used in cash. Every option looks reasonable, but only one combination maximizes wealth. And the difference isn't small. It's 7 figures. Let's start with the biggest decision first, because what most people think happens in the first 5 years of owning a home is not what actually happens. Part 1. Buying versus renting. You've heard the line, rent is throwing money away. But nobody breaks down what portion of buying is also thrown away. Let's run Sarah's numbers. Buying the condo purchase price, $450,000. Down payment, 20%. $90,000. Mortgage, $360,000 at 6.5%. Principal plus interest, approximately $2,275 per month. Property tax, $500. All HOA, $300 insurance, $150 maintenance, 1% rule. Approximately $375. Total monthly cost, approximately $3,600. Now here's the part that changes everything. In the first 5 years of a 30-year mortgage, nearly 70% of the payment goes to interest. That means roughly $1,500 per month is simply rent paid to the bank. Add taxes. Add HOA. Add insurance. Add maintenance. Her unrecoverable cost approaches $2,800 per month. That's not equity. That's consumption. But here's the invisible wealth killer no one talks about. What happens to that $90,000 down payment? Because that might be the most expensive part of the entire decision. But before we calculate that, quick pause. If this kind of breakdown helps you see money differently, hit subscribe. This channel is about understanding the math behind decisions most people never question. Now, let's talk about opportunity cost. The opportunity cost. Nobody shows you that $90,000 down payment? It's locked. It's illiquid. It produces no cash flow. If Sarah invested $90,000 at 8% for 30 years, it becomes over $900,000. Now look at the monthly difference. Owning, approximately $3,600. Renting, approximately $2,200. Difference, approximately $1,400 per month. If she invests $1,400 monthly at 8% for 30 years, that grows to over $2 million. Now here's the uncomfortable question. Does her condo outperform $2 to $3 million in diversified investments? Maybe. But historically, residential real estate barely outpaces inflation long term. And that's before we talk about mobility. Because buying isn't just a financial decision. It's a flexibility decision. And that's where most people get trapped. The mobility tax. When Sarah rents, she can move cities, take a higher paying job elsewhere, downsize quickly, adapt to opportunity. When she buys, she anchors herself. Selling costs, 5 to 6% in agent commissions. Closing costs, market timing risks. Emotional stress. One downturn can wipe out years of gains. Buying can make sense, but it's not automatically wealth building. It's a leveraged lifestyle choice. And now, we need to apply the exact same logic to cars, because this is where the trap becomes even more obvious. Part 2. Finance versus lease versus buy in cash. Let's look at Sarah's SUV decision. Option 1. Finance new price, $42,000. Down, $4,200. 72-month loan, 7.5% interest, approximately $750 per month. Total paid over 6 years, approximately $54,000 plus depreciation. Year 1, minus 20%. Year 2, minus 15%. Year 3, minus 10%. By year 3, the car might be worth $27,000. Her loan balance? Around that same number, barely breaking even. And most Americans don't keep cars for 6 years. They trade in early, which means negative equity gets rolled into the next loan. That's trap number 1. But here's the twist. Leasing isn't automatically stupid, and financing isn't automatically wrong. The real problem is something deeper, and it comes from 5 stacked traps most people never see. The 5 stacked traps. Whether it's homes or cars, the system runs on 5 layers. 1. Monthly payment focus. You're trained to think short term. 2. Long terms, 72 months, 84 months, 30 years, lower monthly, higher lifetime cost. 3. Depreciation versus amortization. Mismatch assets drop in value faster than equity builds early on. 4. Silent add-ons, HOA increases, insurance hikes, maintenance surprises, extended warranties, subscriptions. Ownership rarely stays fixed. 5. Emotional justification. You deserve it. It's only $200 more. Everyone else is upgrading. Emotion first, math later. And if you don't understand these traps, you can repeat them for 30 years without noticing. But let's break down the other 2 options, because this is where compounding changes everything. Leasing versus buying, used in cash. Leasing, approximately $550 per month, 36 months. No ownership, warranty protection. Buying used in cash, $22,000 up front. No payment. Slower depreciation. No interest. Now imagine Sarah buys used in cash. Instead of $750 per month, she invests that amount from age 30 to 60 at 8%. That grows to over $1 million. 1 car decision, 7 figures. That's the compounding effect dealerships never show you. And if this is making you rethink your own financial setup, subscribe. Because most financial breakthroughs don't come from earning more. They come from structuring big decisions better. The bigger picture. When millions of people finance long-term, household debt rises, liquidity shrinks, mobility decreases, consumer spending tightens. We've already seen rising delinquencies, increasing repossessions, homeowners stuck in low-rate mortgages unable to move, buyers stretching budgets just to compete. The system doesn't collapse overnight. It stretches, then it cracks. And the people who survive it best are the ones who stayed liquid. The question that changes everything. There is no universal answer. Buying can make sense. Renting can make sense. Leasing can make sense. Financing can make sense, but only if the math supports it. So instead of asking, "Can I afford the payment?" ask, "What would my life look like without this payment?" If your mortgage disappeared, what could you build? If your car payment vanished, what could you invest? If you didn't lock 6 figures into drywall, what could it compound into? The system will always show you the monthly cost. It will never show you the lifetime cost. That's your responsibility. And the people who understand that difference are the ones who quietly build real wealth. If this video helped you see money differently, subscribe. Because the goal isn't to look wealthy, it's to become wealthy. And those are rarely the same path. I'll see you in the next one.